2018 has been a mixed bag for video games. On one hand, we got outstanding AAA titles from numerous developers, while on the other hand, we got sloppy, broken disappointments from others. Today I will be sharing with you my favorite games that released in 2018 while avoiding spoilers. These games will be broken down into various lists, including top 3 AAA games, top 3 indie titles, top 3 remasters / re-releases, and my top fighting game of the year. None of the games on these lists will be in any specific order, but before we get to those, here are a few honorable mentions. So with the honorable mentions out of the way, let's start off with my top 3 AAA games of 2018. I was debating on whether or not to start or end this video with the list, but I decided to go with what would be the most predictable list out of the way first. Number 1 on this list is God of War by Santa Monica Studios. Back when this game was announced in 2014, I didn't think much of the idea of the game because at the time I had never seen any of the other God of War games. I was completely blind on the franchise. However, I decided to play the first 3 main entries over the course of 2016 to 2018 to catch up before this God of War soft reboot. God of War is a fantastically written game, and I would argue it is a big reason to get a PS4 if you do not own one already. It's an adventure that will appeal to fans of the franchise and newcomers alike. Number 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games. This game is the most detailed and beautiful game I have ever seen. This slow-paced open-world game really immersed me into the setting of a late 1800s America. The story and characters really stood out, and this truly is the best Western set game on the market. Currently it's only on the PS4 and Xbox One, however, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes to PC within the next couple of years. Make sure to check this gem out. Number 3 on this list is Marvel's Spider-Man by Insomniac Games. The Spider-Man games of the early to mid-2000s were some of my favorite games of all time growing up, especially Spider-Man 2. Marvel's Spider-Man feels like a spiritual successor to that game in its gameplay and traversal. The combat is fluid and the web-slinging is as smooth as butter. The story and voice acting is top-notch, and if you don't think Yuri Lowenthal is the best choice to voice Spider-Man, I don't know who is. I'm currently finishing up the DLC at the time of writing this review, but I will surely update you guys on my thoughts of the DLC in a future video or on my Twitter. If you own a PS4, this is a must buy. Next up is my top 3 indie games of 2018. Number 1 on this list goes to The Messenger, developed by Sabotage. The Messenger is a 2D side-scrolling platformer in which you play as a young ninja who is tasked to deliver a scroll to ensure his clan's safety after an army of demons invade the world. Currently, The Messenger is available on PC and Nintendo Switch. This game is very charming and humorous, so if it sounds like your kind of thing, check it out. Number 2 goes to a game called Crosscode by Radical Fish Games. Crosscode is a 2D action RPG set in the MMO world called Crossworlds. You play as Leia, a silent girl who has lost her memory and must progress through the game and hope to regain them. To be clear, this game is not an actual MMO. It's a single-player game that attempts and succeeds at emulating an MMO-like experience. The game is available on PC and is completely worth the price point. Ending my top indie games this year is Kingdom Come: Deliverance, developed by Warhorse Studios. This is Warhorse's first game and it is amazing. Set in medieval times, Kingdom Come: Deliverance has you play as Henry, the son of a blacksmith who must take up his sword and shield and fight back after his parents are murdered. There is one criticism I have for this game, and it's the price. $60 for an indie title is hard to sell anybody on, even for a game this good. If it goes on sale for $40 or lower, get it. This next list is going to be very quick and simple to get through, since these games really don't need much explaining. These are my top 3 remakes and remasters of 2018. Number 1 on this list is Shenmue 1 and 2, which was brought over to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC this year. The first Shenmue was the first game I ever completed as a kid, and being able to play it again on a modern system was a complete nostalgia trip. If you can get over the graphics and audio which weren't enhanced, This is, in my opinion, one of the best RPGs of all time. Number 2 is Yakuza Kiwami 2 for the PS4, which is a remake of Yakuza 2 that originally came out in the year 2006. Yakuza 0, a prequel to the series that came out in the US in 2017, was my introduction to the franchise, so Yakuza Kiwami, which was a remake of 1, and Yakuza Kiwami 2 were my next logical steps. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a fantastic remake and is perfect for those who have not played the original. Just make sure you play 0 and 1 first if you're new to Yakuza to get the full experience. Number 3 on this list is Dark Souls Remastered, available for PC, Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. The original Dark Souls was never really for me, mainly because it was a little too dated for my taste by the time I got around to playing it. However, Dark Souls Remastered made me realize how great the game is. With improved UI, frame rate, and quality of life improvements, this is the ideal way to play Dark Souls. Just prepare to rage, and die a lot. Now, my original plan for this video was to have my last list be my top 3 fighting games of 2018. However, only one game in that category grabbed me this year, and that game is Soul Calibur 6 from Bandai Namco. The Soul Calibur franchise has always been a huge part of my gaming life, and the 6th entry is great. It takes the charm from the first 2 Soul Calibur games and combines it with the fighting system from Soul Calibur 4 and 5. It's very fun, however, currently the ranked multiplayer is kind of unbalanced in my opinion, but I won't discuss that in this video. And there it is, my top games from this year. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and thumbs up the video. Also, please put your top 3 games from this year in the comments section below. I would love to see everyone else's lists. Until next time, guys.